You think comfort will save you. You think if you can just escape the pain, if you can make life soft, easy, and pleasant, then you will finally be free. But listen carefully. Comfort is not your ally. Comfort is the silent poison that weakens you from within. It whispers to you that you deserve rest before you've earned it, that you should avoid struggle, that suffering is unnecessary. And so, you obey. You sink into ease, into distraction, into indulgence. You become soft. And when life inevitably strikes, as it always does, you collapse. Comfort did not save you. Comfort betrayed you. Suffering, however, has no disguise. Suffering strips you down. It shatters your illusions, tears apart your false security, and forces you to face the truth. You are fragile. You are mortal. You are not in control of this world. Suffering is brutal, yes, but it is honest. And honesty is the beginning of strength. The nature of suffering. Suffering is the teacher you spend your entire life trying to avoid. You run from it, medicate it, hide from it, numb it, pray for it to vanish. And yet every time it comes back, it teaches you something no book, no mentor, no gentle word ever could. Suffering reveals your limits. It shows you what you cannot bear, and then, by forcing you through it, expands what you can bear. It shows you the fragility of your attachments, the weakness of your desires, the fleeting nature of all things you cling to. Suffering is not chaos. It is the law of life, and it does not care whether you like it or not. The Stoics understood this. They looked at pain, not as an enemy to curse, but as reality itself. Epictetus, a man born into slavery, said, "Do not pray for life to be easy. Pray instead to be strong enough to endure it." His life was one long dialogue with suffering, and he saw that only in suffering do we truly meet ourselves. Why comfort is the enemy. Comfort tells you that life should be easy. It lulls you into believing that happiness is found in softness, in possessions, in a life where nothing hurts. But comfort is a liar. It makes you fragile, dependent, and weak. When you grow too comfortable, you forget that every possession can be taken, every relationship can be severed, every breath can be your last. Comfort blinds you to the harshness of reality. It builds castles of sand in your mind and convinces you they are fortresses of stone. And when the storm comes, and it always comes, you discover that your comfort left you unprepared. The enemy is not pain. The enemy is ease. Because ease seduces you into thinking you are safe. The discipline of embracing hardship. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. They would sleep on the floor though they had beds. They would fast though they had food. They would dress in rags though they had wealth. Why? Because they understood that comfort was not to be trusted. By embracing hardship when they didn't have to, they trained their souls to endure it when they had no choice. They made themselves intimate with suffering, so that when life struck, they did not panic. They were already acquainted with pain. Ask yourself, when was the last time you chose difficulty? When was the last time you embraced discomfort, not because you were forced to, but because you wanted to sharpen your spirit? Most people spend their lives running from discomfort, inventing machines, luxuries, and distractions to shield themselves from it. And in doing so, they become slaves. Slaves to comfort, slaves to weakness, slaves to their own fear of pain. Mortality and the weight of pain. Every second that passes is one you will never have again. You know this, yet you live as though you have endless time. Comfort thrives on this illusion. It tells you to delay, to rest, to wait until tomorrow. But tomorrow is not promised. Suffering is the reminder of mortality. The body that aches, the heart that breaks, the loss that crushes you. These are the universe whispering, you are dust, you are temporary, you are not in control. To suffer is to confront death without dying. And once you understand death, you finally understand life. The wise do not curse suffering. They see it as a rehearsal for the final moment when everything is taken. To suffer is to practice letting go. To suffer is to prepare for the ultimate truth, that you own nothing, not even your breath. The silence within pain is loud, but through it, you discover silence. The silence of your inner fortress. When suffering strips away your distractions, you are left face to face with yourself. There are no crowds to cheer you, no comforts to numb you, no excuses to hide behind. Just you and the raw weight of reality. This silence is terrifying at first, but if you stay with it, if you endure it, you discover something unshakable. The ability to stand alone, to no longer be a slave to praise or blame, to no longer collapse when life withdraws its gifts. In silence, you discover your strength, detachment, and inner freedom. Pain is the great detacher. It cuts the chains of attachment, brutally, mercilessly, without your consent. You lose people you love. You lose wealth you gathered. You lose health you took for granted. And you scream, why? But the truth is, you were never promised permanence. You were never guaranteed that the things you cling to would stay. Pain teaches you detachment, not because detachment is cold, but because it is the only freedom. The man who is attached to nothing can endure everything. The man who clings to everything cannot endure anything. This is the harsh medicine of Stoicism. To accept the fleeting nature of all things, to let go before life tears it from your hands. In that letting go, there is peace, not the peace of comfort, but the peace of unbreakable strength. The brutal honesty of life. Most people live in illusions. They chase happiness, they seek success, they pray for ease, but life has no obligation to fulfill their desires. The dark truth is that life owes you nothing. It will take what it wants, when it wants. And yet, in this brutal honesty, there is freedom. Because once you stop expecting life to be soft, you stop being crushed when it is hard. Once you stop demanding that the world be fair, you stop being destroyed when it is cruel. You accept reality as it is, and you rise to meet it. The Stoics did not seek happiness, they sought strength. They knew that happiness may come, but it is never in your control. Strength, however, can always be built. Through suffering, through discipline, through acceptance. Building inner strength. Through suffering, strength does not come from ease. It comes from carrying weight. It comes from pain that tests you, breaks you, and forces you to rebuild stronger. Think of the warrior who trains with heavy armor so that battle feels light. Think of the athlete who endures the burn so that competition feels effortless. Think of the soul who embraces suffering so that life cannot shatter him. Suffering is the weight that forges you. Comfort is the softness that dissolves you. Which one will you choose? The final message. You will suffer, whether you like it or not, whether you are rich or poor, whether you pray or curse the skies, you will suffer. The question is not if, but how. Will you let suffering break you, or will you let it shape you? Will you run to comfort and grow weak, or will you embrace suffering and grow strong? The Stoic truth is dark, but it is liberating. Comfort is the enemy. Suffering is the teacher. Life is not meant to be easy, and if you insist it should be, you will forever be broken by its storms. But if you accept that suffering is the path, if you train your soul to endure what others cannot, then you will discover a freedom no comfort can ever give you. Remember this. Every moment of pain is a lesson. Every loss is a training ground. Every hardship is a forge. Do not waste them. Do not curse them. Learn, grow, endure. Because the world will not spare you. But it can never defeat you if you do not spare yourself.